Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, if you can see that screen, we're doing a dog portrait. This is a puppy Labrador black and grayscale portrait, guys, today. So that image is blue up on the screen. I've projected the image across onto a piece of paper and just put some very fine light details in, just so I can get a guide of where I'm going on this picture. The brushes that we're using today, I'm going to be using two greoses. I'm going to be using the PS270, which is a 0.2, and I'm going to be using the PS771, which is a 0.18. So they're the two brushes that we're using today, guys. I've got all the bits I need set up. We're going to be using an array of things in this portrait to get this dog picture down. I've got a value scale, which is a value finder there. And I've got the 1 to 10 pre-mixed, as close as, if I need to mix any others, I can do them on the fly. I've got some transparent paints, and I've also got some high flow mediums, so I can make my own transparents along the way. I've cut out a couple of new shields. If you can see that, it's picking that up. Literally just squiggle shapes, so they'll be ideal for doing shields to get any sharp highlights. So I've got a few of them. Old ones and a couple of new ones cut. Any straight lines, we've got a ruler, a couple of paint pens, black one and a white one, we'll use them. I've also got a couple of white pencils, we can use them. I've got a grey and a black, these are watercolour ones, two more pencils, a little knockback eraser, scalpel, eraser pencil, a normal pencil, masking tape. So that's it for the bits. I've got, for when you get tip dry, I've got two toothbrushes, which is a real good thing, guys. Put two toothbrushes together like that, and then all you do is you can just get the tip of the airbrush, run it down there, and that'll clean your tip dry off. Job done. Because there's times when you can pinch it and you can slightly dink the needle. So I'm starting to use this now and it works really well. Just drop a couple of drops of water on that, good to go. So what I'll do is I'll move on to the first stage, and it'll be a time lapse, and you'll see me working on this portrait. I'll get so far and then I'll stop, give you a talk through, and just keep cracking on like that until we complete it. So stick with me, guys. I'll stick some music on. I'll see you in the time lapse. Hi guys, I'm just going to talk you through that little time lapse now. Hopefully this is picking it up because there's a lot of light here, so you're probably getting a bit of glare. You might probably not see much. We first started out on this, I went in with the value 7, which is around here, and just started to just dust in and work around the picture and just start putting little splodges here and there and little bits of lines, squiggles. So I went in with a value 7, then I knocked it an 8, No, I started off with an 8, so it was lighter, went in with a value 8, then went in with a value 7, and then I had a darker grey mix, which is probably, with this, it's probably like a 5. And I've just started doing little details, little dots, squiggles, lines. I've just gone in around the eyes with that, not put any highlights in. I'm going to use, because I can't do scratch back techniques and eraser techniques on this paper, we're going to go in with pencils with the white, and we're going to put all the little hairs in, and I'm going to knock colours over, bring them back out with the pencil and do it that way. So I can put the sharp bits in and take them backwards and forwards that way. So we're going to start working the darks. We're going to get these eyes and the details in on the eyes, get these dropped in, and then I'll start working the fur out, and then coming down. This is quite white on this, and there's a few tones coming through, and then the nose is like a blurred nose because this piece is blurred out, and the main sharpness on this picture is the eyes and this piece here. So that's where I'm going to get most of the detail in here. The rest of it's mainly blurred. So I'll just sort of talk you through that. So they're the scale, they're the paints that I've used on that scale so far. We're going to go in with like shading greys. We've got some blacks to dark out these eyes next. So I'll stick on another time lapse. I'm using the PS 771. I'll probably change it up when I start putting the background in and some of these blurry bits around here. I'll probably jump onto the PS 270 for that. So yeah, we'll crack on guys, and I'll see you in the next time lapse. Guys, I will talk you through that short time lapse that was just on. I've worked in the eyes, so I've gone in with a dark grey where it needed it on these parts of the eye here, and all these little bits round here, and then I went in with carbon black, 2 drops of carbon black mixed with 3 drops of shading grey, 2 drops of water, and made like a, not a jet black, like a grey black transparent, and then just went round with a shield and just sharpened up them eyes, and then went in with the paint pen and just knocked in the dot marks where the highlights will be. And now what we'll do is we'll start working in the darks round here, start putting a few bits in, start working the darks in here, drop this part of the nose in, and then I want to start to get a bit of background in on this. Drop these bits in, there's a little bit of background up here. So yeah, it's a long process guys, because this is fur and I can't do scratch back techniques. I'm having to like do little tiny dagger stroke lines, and then I'm going to work the pencil and then work backwards and forwards with the pencil with the airbrush, knocking it over the top of it, and then pencil back on, airbrush back over the top, and do it that way. So we get in there, we'll drop the eyes in, we've got the piece, the textures coming in here. I'll stick on another time lapse. I've used the same range, I've not gone to any other colour yet. I've used an 8 to 7, a dark grey mix, shading grey with carbon black, and I'm going to stick to them and work this with them. And then when we've got the background in here, because this is dark, like in my other portraits, I'll always drop the background in and then I can judge where I'm going on this. So that's where we are, guys. I'm going to have a little coffee break and I'll stick on another time lapse. Right guys, a little chat through them time lapses. We've started working a black through here, and I've got the highlights of the fur to coming on here, so that'll be the next stage round there. The eyes have gone in, the textures in that have gone in on this part of the fur here. We've worked down, we've done the blurred nose and the two bits there, slightly part of the bottom part of the mouth coming round, and I'm starting the textures on. It's like a blanket, I suppose, what he's laying on, got his head on. You'll have the blanket sort of there, you'll have a bit here, and then this is a bit of background in here, another bit of background. His ear's going to come in here. This is his other part of his ear coming up, and you've got the top part of the head. So I'm going to leave it at that for this one. This is part one. I've used paint pen, I've used the shields around the eyes, and the rest has just been freehand going in with the airbrush. The main sharp pieces with the eyes to make them pop. We'll drop some more highlights on that and everything in the next one. So I'll leave you on this one as part one, and we'll start part two where we left off here, and we'll get this done in part two. So I just want to say a big thanks for watching, and a thank you to the new subscribers and the comments you're giving me. And if you've not yet subscribed, guys, click that subscription and press that notification button so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos on Dread Effects Custom Paint. I'll see you in part two.